Have you ever been on a diet, lost a significant amount of weight, improved your energy, improved your health, felt fabulous, vowed and declared you were never ever going to gain it again, only to fall off the wagon a couple of weeks or months later, regain the weight and then some? I have. Have you ever felt guilty for cheating on a diet? I have. Have you ever felt hungry, deprived, had food cravings and mood swings while you were on a diet? I have. Hi, I'm Loretta Ferrucci, speaker, teacher, homeopath, and the creator of the Ditch Diets for Good program. I help people lose weight, improve their health, and gain high vitality by reprogramming their brains so that they can actually make health habits stick permanently. Despite largely avoiding processed foods, drinking enough water, and exercising regularly, and generally having healthy habits, I have had a problem with yo-yo weight gain and loss for most of my life. My mother first took me to the doctor when I was 9 years old, and he put me on prescription appetite suppressants, which allowed me to lose 11 kilograms, only to regain them within a year, together with the feelings of guilt and shame and a sense of failure. By the time I was 16, I was 30 kilograms overweight. I'd had enough, so I joined a slimming club. I weighed every morsel of food that went into my mouth for 6 months. I didn't cheat. I religiously was weighed in public every week. They clapped when I lost. They didn't when I didn't. And I managed to lose the weight. I managed to keep my weight relatively stable by dieting when I'd gained a bit more and exercising a lot. I was 12 kilograms overweight by the time I fell pregnant, and then I gained another 15. With pain, effort, and a lot of self-hate and punishment, I managed to lose the baby weight, but it took me years. Despite becoming more and more health conscious and fitter, as well as having extra energy and good health, I still was weighed down by the extra 6, 8, or 10 kilograms. By 2009, I'd had enough. I'd had enough of starving myself, of eating foods I didn't want to be eating, of being told what to eat and when to eat it. I decided that I was never, ever going on a diet again. I didn't care if it took me 20 years to lose the weight. I was going to find a solution that was lasting and empowering, rather than one that set me up for failure and left me feeling ashamed of myself for not being able to maintain it. I wanted to reconnect it to the innate intelligence of my body and find out what was right for me specifically. I immersed myself in studying what I could on how our mind and our emotion affects our health and weight. I had some success, but still felt that something was missing, because despite the fact that I had high energy and I had amazingly good health, I still carried the extra weight. I learned how we all have particular areas towards which we prioritize time, effort, money, and intent, and how we are focused, disciplined, and organized in these areas, but not in others. More importantly, I learned how to change these priorities, these areas of priorities. I learned they could be changed. I learned they could be manipulated. Then I discovered a book that told me about the secrets of naturally slim people. And basically this book told me that there were 4 things that naturally slim people had in common. The first is that they eat only when they're physically hungry. They don't eat when they're emotionally distressed. They don't eat when they're bored. They eat because they physically need to refuel. The second is that they eat whatever they want. They don't have restrictive eating plans. The third is that they generally eat at a measured pace. And the fourth is that they stop when they've had enough. No matter how many extra chips are left on the plate, no matter how many blocks of chocolate are left in the bar, when they've had enough, they stop. I realized that if I could make those 4 habits of naturally slim people of high value areas for me, then I'd be able to implement them. So I did a sales job on my brain by recording how implementing these 4 habits were going to actually help me reach my goals beyond weight loss. And those goals included growing my business, helping people more effectively, getting closer to my husband and my family, making more money, empowering myself and getting to know myself, as well as empowering others. And then the weight loss was an added benefit to that. And when I did this, I realized I've got 5 magic moves that I can teach anyone how to implement. The 5 magic moves don't only help us to lose weight, they actually foster a deep connection to and an appreciation for our bodies. I've put the 5 magic moves and how to implement them into a full-day live event called Ditch Diets for Good. As one previous participant said, this program is an easy and healthy way to live and can be done anywhere and at any time. So I would love to invite you to attend the Ditch Diets for Good workshop on the 27th of October 2018 in East London. I created this workshop to help people break free from the dieting cycle, to empower themselves to become their own health authority, and to learn how to master their relationship with food. Some wonderful side effects of this process include weight loss without dieting, improved health, improved vitality and energy, as well as a deeper connection to ourselves and those that we love. Is this not just another dieting gimmick, I hear you ask? Well, it's not. There are no restrictive diets, there are no forbidden foods, there are no pills or fancy supplements, and there are no meal replacements. Most weight loss programs are centered around food. The Ditch Diet for Good program is centered around you. Ditch Diets for Good is a full-day workshop during which we'll cover theory as well as complete worksheets, all designed to rewire your brain so that with a bit of practice, you can implement the 5 magic moves into your daily life. By the end of the workshop, you'll have laid the foundation for the mindset change, which you then reinforce daily by filling in something called a Vibrant Productivity Planner. And it only takes 20 minutes. It takes 21 days of repetition for something to become a habit. So you could master in less than a month what has taken me years to discover, learn, and implement. The Ditch Diets for Good program will help you to discover how to respond to your body's internal signals for food, as well as how to nourish yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. No foods are forbidden, so there's no desperation, there's no cravings, and best of all, there's no guilt. Instead of having an expert telling you what to eat and when, you become your own expert. The 5 magic moves can be applied no matter where you are or what you're doing. There are no shopping lists, there's no weighing of foods, there's no having to eat 3 meals and 2 snacks, there's no food timing, and there's no guilt because you haven't cheated on your diet, because there is no diet, right? There's just tuning in to the signals from your body. The Ditch Diets for Good program isn't only a non-diet program, it's a health empowerment program. That's why I'm so excited about it. I know that Ditch Diets for Good won't only change your relationship to food, it'll change your relationship to yourself. And the relationship that you have with your body and yourself is the one that is going to be with you for the longest, it's going to be the most intimate, and it's going to be the deepest. If you think this workshop costs too much, I want you to just consider how much money you may have spent on dieting programs, slimming clubs, diet pills, supplements, gym memberships, and general paraphernalia associated with the dieting industry, and how many times you may have failed despite what you've paid. I also want you to consider that 1,500 Rand is less than it would cost a family of 4 to go away for a weekend. The cost of this program is the equivalent of buying a cappuccino every day for 6 weeks, give or take a couple of Rand. I've spent tens of thousands of rands and hundreds of hours, literally years, gathering the knowledge needed to connect the dots for this workshop. I've tried and I've failed more times than I care to admit or remember. I've done all the legwork for you. If you were to do this kind of work with a coach individually, it would cost you 10,000 Rand or more. If you're prepared to pay that much money, I'll work with you individually, no problem. But I'm giving you 8 hours of my time, personal access to me for your questions, as well as to help you if you get stuck, as well as access to me and a community of like-minded people in a closed Facebook group, all for slightly more than the cost of a 1-hour private consultation with me. As an added bonus, I'm also giving you 3 1.5-hour recorded presentations where you can delve deeper into the nutrition myths that abound all over the place at this point, the mind-body connection, as well as the truth about detoxification. So what's the risk? Well, if you can honestly say by the time we're halfway in, which is just before lunch, that you've learned nothing of value in this program, I will gladly refund you your course fee. I will, however, keep the materials as well as the bonus materials, and I'm afraid you're going to have to leave before the lunch is served. What about emotional eating? Well, many people eat to soothe uncomfortable emotions. That's why I've included a special bonus guided meditation track that'll allow you to experience these uncomfortable emotions easily and safely. But Loretta, it's almost the end of the year. I'll do it in January, I hear you say. Well, this workshop in October is the last one for 2018, and the next one in 2019 will probably only take place in February. If you attend this workshop on the 27th of October, you could be losing weight, improving your health, and ramping up your energy long before 2018 even ends. Imagine starting the new year with a confidence and energy, as well as a strategy of being on a new path long before the 1st of January even comes around. Well, you can be. I believe that your body is the gateway to truly getting to know yourself on all levels, and this workshop is a vehicle to teach you how. So remember, when you register for the Ditch Diets for Good workshop, you get the full day workshop, including the workbook, the Vibrant Health Productivity Planner to keep you on track, the bonus booklet, which has got healthy meal ideas and recipes, none of which you have to make or eat, as well as the 3 bonus recordings of the Nutrition Myth. I almost said Ditch Diets for Good, that's the workshop. The Nutrition Myth, the Mind-Body Connection, as well as the Truth About Detoxification, and the special added bonus of the guided feeling meditation, which will decrease your risk of emotional eating. All of this great value is included for 1,500 Rand. So let's start a movement of free, empowered, healthy, vibrant people. What are you waiting for? Click the link that appears above this video and register right now. Just one more thing before you go. For me, the Ditch Diets for Good program is the culmination of a lifetime spent searching. It's a product of my life's journey. When I see people struggling with their weight, I know what that feels like. I know what the self-loathing feels like when you judge yourself harshly. I also know what the shame and guilt of not being able to keep your diet together feels like. I know what it feels like to cover up your self-consciousness and feelings of failure. And I want to tell you, there's a different way. I believe that Ditch Diets for Good is that way. So stop hesitating, stop procrastinating, and stop sabotaging yourself. Click the link, register right now, and I'll see you on Saturday.